Like the long term on that card, it'll probably be like, look at like what Maelstrom Pulse's price is and Abrupt Decay's price. It'll probably be somewhere in that range. But like the short term, that card's going to be very expensive. It seems okay. Like not amazing, but fine. Yeah. As long as it's standard legal, trophy will probably be a 4x in one or more decks in standard, which will keep the price up while it's in standard. Unburial Rites, that's the perfect one to accompany my Elesh Norn into the discard pile. Oh no! Oh, the 3-for-1 right to my soul. The 3-for-1's right to my soul. Oh, jeez. I mean, all of my decks have had multiple spell snares in them. I could write Assassin's Trophy is good across the screen on the overlay, and people would still come in chat and ask me what my opinion was on it. Amazon gifted me these free bits, so here I am giving them away. Thank you, Harlequin, for the support. I'm gonna tack those onto the SCG fund there. Thank you very much. Almost to the halfway point there. All right, sweet. Now I get to check for remand here, which is nice. Oh, you know what? I should play the land so I don't get this can't get mana leaked, right? Yeah, I should probably play the land to play around mana leak. Looks like Grixis Delver, actually. So long terminate. Kind of surprised. I guess they wanted to hold up Spell Snare again. So I have an article started talking about Grixis Delver in Modern for this week. Am I supposed to just write about black-green now? I'm probably just supposed to write about black-green, right? I believe Cool Stuff does pre-orders. I had to order mine from Star City because the cards release on Friday and I'm playing the Star City event on Saturday. So I had to pay whatever blood money they wanted. If you don't intend to play the card the first weekend, it will probably go down if you can wait a week or two. I don't know how much, but like 25 and 30 is high for a standard rare. The only reason I paid $20 for them is because I am registering the card at the open the day after the set releases. That is the only reason I spent the money I spent on the card. Yeah, it kills Urza's tower. Trophy kills Urza's Tower. I should have held this land in my hand because I could have discarded it to a Faithless Looting. They have both Fatal Push and Dismember in their hand, so Makeshift Mannequin on the Elesh doesn't really accomplish anything. I would like to go on record that this card is better than Abrupt Decay. I would like to be on the record that this card is better than Abrupt Decay, and comparing it to Abrupt Decay might not be reasonable for that reason. Makes Lantern better. I guess. And by I guess, I mean, Zach, you're a monster, go away. They have another Spell Snare in their hand. I am not casting this card. And a Modern Open or a Standard Open. Release Weekend is a team event. I'm teaming with Chris Van Meter and some other established Legacy player that we have yet to find. If you have a resume of infinite top 8s, please consider applying. Yeah, Chris asked me, Chris wanted to play Release Weekend Standard. I was like, sure, I'll play Modern. He found good flights at a price to find a Legacy player. Hot take. Cavern of Souls is a card that sees play in Modern, which makes counterspells bad. Tron will never be able to survive this card existing, says Increasingly Nervous Man for the 4th time this year. Have I played this deck before? We played something close to this before. Close-ish. Yeah, Kent was actually seeing if he could work out the flights, I think. Kent hasn't played a ton of Legacy, though, but he's a good student and could learn it. You don't think that card's better than Abrupt Decay, Burgle? In Modern especially, you don't think that card's better than Abrupt Decay? In formats people play, Trophy's probably better than Abrupt Decay. They have Snapcaster here, I feel bad, but they don't. I'm going to play a 6th land out here, because that way if we draw an Elesh Norn, we can hardcaster. Yes. The Desperation Lightning Bolts your Lingering Souls tokens. Why would I want an Abrupt Decay in my 75? They want your money, Burgle. That card is going to sell cases of this new set. Cases and cases and cases. Yeah, I agree, Burgle. 110% agree. So I'm going to drain plus look at their hand here. And then I'm going to Makeshift Mannequin back to Elesh Norn and deal lethal. I would like to build a monster. Nice, Anner. Yeah, Chris is a good dude. We've interacted a few times. Chris played a bunch of Hex TCG, and we worked together on stuff for that game too. We had a lot of fun with that while that game existed. All right, so Grixis Delver. This is probably a fine leyline matchup, right? They're gonna bring in more counterspells out of the board. All of these Cathartic Reunions can get out of my deck. Did Hex finally die? They haven't, like, officially pulled the plug, but they've just been on, like, what can only be described as, like, non-updates for the last while. It's effectively dead. They're like soaking whatever amount of money they can soak out of the last remaining bits without officially telling people it's dead, it feels like. Like, all of their designers, like Corey Burkhart and Ryan Sutherland, have, like, moved on to other game companies. If you're looking for non-Magic card games to play, Artifact is coming out soon, and the new Warhammer card game is very good. Yeah, I agree, Burgle. I'm probably gonna get up to 6 or 7 basics in Black Green Rock because of Assassin's Trophy. Shadowverse is the one that's got all the, like, the anime art in it, right? Eternal card game's a dumpster fire. Sorry, Burkhart, that's your new game you're working on, I know. Eternal is just, like, lazy fast Magic. At least, like, Hex was, like, more complicated and had more depth than Magic. Hex is, Eternal is just, like, lazy fast Magic, which is just, like, not in it for me. Yeah, Eternal, like, their mulligan system is incredibly lazy design. They have so many other concessions that, like, encourage you to play fast games rather than interesting games. Mad Dog, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. Do I not have my... I don't have my donation dashboard open. Oops. Let's pull that up really quick here. Thanks for the support. I'll read your message in just a second. Is Hearthstone worth playing? Hearthstone's an okay fast game, and Blizzard makes reasonably good software. Hearthstone just didn't hold my attention for terribly long. I don't know what it was. I just can't. What do you think of Assassin's Trophy, Kappa? I don't. The new Warhammer TCG has taken over as my fast mobile game. I actually think Hearthstone has less variance than Magic does for the most part. And I think the Magic players that like to crap on Hearthstone for having too much variance in it are probably largely too stupid to understand the mistakes that they're making. And yeah, those were shots fired if you fall into that category. Hearthstone having too much variance is not the reason I stopped playing it. Actually, honestly, the thing that impressed me the most about the Warhammer game from their digital aspect so far, they're being made by a smaller company called PlayFusion. Their mobile client is so resource light. Like, my tablet isn't like a super fast device, but the Warhammer client, I can, like, tab out of it and, like, check Twitter, check Discord, then come back and still have the application loaded. Whereas, like, heavier applications like Hearthstone and Pokemon Go, if I tab out of them to do anything, the application has to reload when I go back to the game. Yeah, we got game one. We ground them out with Lingering Souls. Yeah, I agree with that, Kenji. I think Magic players, for the most part, are super insulated against the resource variance that introduce extreme amounts of variance to Magic as a game. You're so conditioned that resource variance is just part of the game that you don't notice that it's even happening a lot of the time. The new Warhammer card game is called Age of Sigmar Champions. WarhammerChampions.com is the website. Their digital client is in closed beta right now, but it's supposed to fully release this week, I think. Collective Brutality feels bad. I do get to, if I hit an untapped land, play the Makeshift Mannequin, though. Man, if they didn't hit the disruption here, the Footsteps of the Goryo, which is going to kill them by destroying their lands. What kind of decks have I been playing in Warhammer? I have a bunch of different order decks built. I have both an aggro and a control deck that I've been enjoying. I posted the aggro deck I've been playing in the subs Discord. Untapped land. So let's just go ahead and put this Woodfall Primus into play, destroying this Watery Grave. Honestly, in addition to the gameplay being good, I really like how, I was like, are you bolting my thing and losing your last land? That would be so good for me. I really like how Warhammer's done their digital physical crossover. Seems really sweet. So, I actually think the random generation on cards in Hearthstone adds a layer of skill to the game. Because a lot of players in TCGs that aren't like particularly good at TCGs, they aren't actually good TCG players. They're just memorizing play patterns effectively. And when you add some random generation with bounds, things like the Discover mechanic in Hearthstone, you reward players for actually adapting to new play patterns quickly rather than giving players just the ability to memorize things, basically. I mean, it doesn't really add oddness, Tux. You just, like, advertise as this is claimed or unclaimed, and if it's not explicitly listed as unclaimed, you can probably assume they claimed it. In the Warhammer card game, every card you can scan in, so you get the same card in paper that you have you get the same card in digital that you have in paper, which is just like really, really good. Kill this Drenu. Yeah, you can literally scan every card. So you get the exact same paper cards in digital. Yeah, it's really well done. And on top of that, the digital has a CCG aspect like Hearthstone. So if you prefer the CCG model and crafting cards, you can do that. Or like, I was picking up cards to build a new deck, and some of the rares were like $6 or $7 on cool stuff. So I just bought the commons and uncommons that I wanted in paper to scan into digital, and then I'm gonna craft the rares to, like, you know, kind of get the best of both worlds. You can unclaim a card, Tux. If you rescan a card that you've already claimed, you can scan it and unclaim it. The card evaluation is really weird in the game, Ginger, because it's just, the game is so fundamentally different than all other card games, the way the resource system works. Yeah, I'm excited. Once their digital is, we're allowed to stream it, I'm going to stream it a little bit and maybe make a how to play video. Basically, all my non-stream time has been consumed by that game recently. Alright, burn. I've got double Fatal Push here. Honestly, I think I'm just taking an Eidolon here still, though. I think I'm just taking Eidolon. Like, I have these Fatal Pushes, but the Fatal Push just still shock me to kill Eidolons. They're probably going to draw more creatures at some point. Excuse me. That is a multicolored bordered Searing Blaze, because Magic Online is quality software. So we're going to go ahead and Fatal Push this. We'll fetch a basic Mountain. And then cast Faithless Looting here. Yeah, each card has a unique border to it. So if a card's been claimed, it can't be claimed by someone else again until the person who's claimed it originally unclaims it. Gosh, this is such an absurd curve. This deck is sweet. I seem to like Footsteps of the Goryo next turn. Just like double Stone Rain them. Quality software is what causes those flickers. Oh, they ensure that you can trade cards. Just trade with cards, people that you know. Well, you can scan a card and know if it's claimed or unclaimed. When you scan a card, it says, unclaimed, do you want to claim this? Or this is claimed by person X. So it tells you if the card's claimed or unclaimed when you scan it. Alright, so Footsteps of the Goryo on Woodfall Primus here is double Stone Rain. It's double Stone Rain, get a 5/5. I mean, memes aren't bad. Memes are just dank, chat. A deck doesn't have to be bad to be a meme. Yeah, exactly. If they don't have access to your account, they can't unlink the cards. So if someone like steals them and like tries to take them to a store, they're gonna be like, these cards are linked to an account that's not yours. Why is that? They're offering the trade here with Searing Blaze. I think I'm okay with that. This makes another Footsteps. If I draw another Footsteps here, this is basically lights out then, because I get to double Stone Rain them again. Why didn't they Searing Blaze me? That's so weird. We drew another Footsteps here. I'm just gonna go ahead and play Lingering Souls here and kill them quickly. So I get to attack them for 5 here, and then next turn I get to Footsteps my Elesh Norn and kill them. Correct, but I mean, like, you always have to trust the seller in any game, right? Like, if you don't trust the person you're already from a TCG player, they could be selling you fake Magic cards. It's just now you know guaranteed if they did something screwy. And like TCG Player and Cool Stuff Inc. have they list cards as claimed or unclaimed. They call me Jeremy, 3 months and still sober. Thank you for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate that. At the tier 3 level. Remember, tier 3s are exempt from the slow, so if you'd like to add a deck to the queue with your big sub, be sure to fill out the form down below. Sometimes I think Hoaglandia isn't really a democracy. He thinks there's something fishy going on with our dictator, Jeff. I don't know if we've played Value Rites before on stream. They're generally not very good in Modern. I think there's no reason to play Jund over Black-Green. I think anybody playing Jund instead of just straight Black-Green is just like doing it wrong in Modern moving forward. Like, there was maybe an argument because you wanted Terminate before, but now the trophy just like replaces Terminate very cleanly. What about my promo bolt? Well, sick. Thanks for re-upping for the 6th month in a row. I appreciate the half a year. Welcome back. The lack of more collective brutalities in this deck makes me a little bit sad. I usually don't like showing up with less than 3 brutalities. Honestly, I play 4 in most decks that can play them. I don't think there's been a compelling reason to really play Jund over black-green for a while, and this just pushes it even further in the favor of straight black-green, because the introduction of this card and other cards like it also encourage people to play more basic lands, and black-green more easily plays a bunch of basic lands than Jund does as well. I think I'm mulliganing this. It just, like, doesn't do anything particularly quickly. Yeah, I have to fetch shock on one, too. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. They mulliganed. I'm gonna mute myself off and on. I need a quick snack here. Thanks for hanging out, folks. If you do not intend to play Assassin's Trophy in the first 2 weeks that it is legal, you should wait to buy it because it's going to be high during that time. Again, the only reason I pre-ordered this card like I did is because I am playing it the second day the cards are legal in Modern at the SCG Open. Wannabe Beetle with the 3,000 bits asking me to sing it. Whoa, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. All right, I'll stop now. No, will I? Oh, do. All right, have I punished the people? I feel like I've punished the people enough. Have I punished the people enough? We're losing viewers, Wannabe Beetle. All right, I'm gonna cast the front half of this. I brought in, so you'll notice I brought in 2 Wear Tears while sideboarding, and that was a hedge against Rest in Peace. So we do have some answers to my deck right now, but I think I just want to put some pressure into play to start attacking them. From Eminem to Bon Jovi, what a jukebox with magic. I do try my best. I listened to a lot of classic rock growing up. I also did a lot of musical theater, and the musical theater people are always big on classic rock. Was thinking about building Abzan tokens. So, as with every deck that's on my website, you can always find my preferred version of a deck list at jeffhoagland.com/decklist. So, the Abzan token deck actually got added up there this morning. So you can find my preferred Abzan token iteration there. Can I request country? Big orange balls sinking in the water. Toes in the sand. Couldn't get much hotter. Little umbrella-shaped margaritas. I run out of there. I run out of there. Something about senoritas. My parents listened to country growing up. I've got a wide range and a very good memory. That's a Rift Bolt. Ain't a good yeehaw unless you got that. We are getting dangerously close to hard casting this Asher. Oh no! Oh no! We opened up our mouth, chat. We're not close to casting nothing. Woo! How about a gain 6? Never thought I'd heard you sing. Yep, you know. You can thank my parents for that one. Oh, I should have fetched a white source at end of turn, right? Probably. If I would have fetched a white source here, I'd be putting 4 souls into play right now. Will Trophy plus Scepter make Meme Monday? Yeah, potentially. That sounds Meme Monday worthy. Yeah, so they'd be dead in. They're gonna get an entire extra turn here most likely. Although that is a sweet draw. Untapped land is lethal next turn now, despite my mistakes. Yeah, Molten Rain seemed like a weird inclusion on their part. Our sideboard's punched the clock and going to work though. We'd have killed them a turn sooner if I'd have fetched better here. But the timely came in and swooped it up. Sweet. Well, we're 2-0 with this sweet deck. We're waiting for the next match in this league to pop. I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time stream, meme, magic content producing machine here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic, mostly modern, 30+ hours a week. If you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. I love playing Magic, but the reason why I'm able to do this as a job is because of my subscribers. They're quite literally the people that keep me employed here full-time. If you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you get Twitch Prime included with that for free. And what Twitch Prime does is give you a free channel subscription every single month to a channel of your choice here on Twitch. It supports my content the same as if you were to do a $4.99 sub, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. Landgraph, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. Sigint Fiddler, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. CoolStuffInc.com buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, this stream just wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and all of y'all out there. If you are enjoying the content and you're new and you can't afford to subscribe, at least hit the follow button following the stream, just like lets you know when I go live and with what. Past that, you can also check out more of my content on both my website, jeffhoagland.com, as well as my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. I kind of archive and sort everything by deck to make it really easy to find the stuff that you care about. You said you pre-ordered a Assassin Trophy. I paid $20. I got one of the first set of pre-orders from Star City. I gave them $20 reduced per copy. Necro Squirrel, shipping in the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so suspended search for tomorrow, eh? So look into the Thoughtseize and the openers are really good here. We're gonna get to pick apart some of their stuff, or not just yet. Looking if we can find we are a Ponza-ish deck, so if we can find some of our land destruction creatures, we'll be in a very good spot. And again, the only reason I would like to stress that the only reason I paid $20 for this card is because I am playing it release weekend. I'm playing it the first weekend it is possibly legal. If you do not intend to play the card in the first 2 weeks, help pay for those trophies. Thank you, O Ross. I would recommend waiting because they'll probably pull down in price a little bit. And that cements what I'm playing at the Open in Indy, or the Open in Columbus, and then we'll see where we go from there as far as other things are concerned. What am I taking out of Rock for trophy? It depends. The whole deck's gonna get restructured a lot. The whole deck's gonna get restructured basically. I'm gonna go ahead and Cathartic, ditch Elesh, and looting here. Yeah, Chris Van Meter dropped me a message asking if I would be interested in teaming with him in Columbus. And Columbus is like 5-hour drive for me, so it seemed like a good excuse to go. My body is ready to die next turn of the turn after. We took away every spell that they had, so I can only assume that they're going to rip it and kill us. To be fair, Burgle, I don't think Ponza has a good Scapeshift matchup. Like, their deck has way more ways to find lands than we have ways to do stuff, right? All right, if we get a next turn, we get to start exiling things here. If we get a next turn, it's kind of a big if. Scapeshift is lethal here. Yeah, if you're one of the many people who is going to go to the Open, I always love to meet people, sign stuff, shake hands. No, I'm playing Modern. We're going to find someone with a lot of Legacy experience to play Legacy. Stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Scapeshift is good at top decking Scapeshift because if they weren't, their deck would be unplayable. We really don't have cards in our sideboard for this, huh? I guess I'm leaving this in. I definitely have to board out Fatal Push. I guess I'm going to bring in Wear Tear in case they have some kind of enchantments like Courser or Prismatic Omen, but like the rest of these cards are pretty bad. Well, I do the fun. Well, this hand is great. This hand has turn 3 double Stone Rain, you leave a 5/5 behind. That's the one thing this deck can do better than traditional Ponza against Scapeshift, is this deck Stone Rains come with bodies. And to quote another great song artist, let the bodies hit the floor. I can't sing that one. I can't do that one justice, chat, so I'm not gonna try. Yeah, that's a lot of things. I think I just like take the Titans, right? Because I should have enough Stone Rains to make the Scapeshift not be feasible for them. Three land Belcher waiting room. Got the playmat. I'm sad to inform you that Declan did not sign it, but it has your signature, which is cool too, I guess. The best part about ordering from a company like SCG is you know they aren't going to scum you out of your order. Yep. I have a blue-red tempo question. I've been watching the video since you added Soulscar Mage. I'm not exactly understanding what it's helping with. Is it more stall the game plan situation? So, the two problems that... And thank you for the resub, Jip. The two problems that Soulscar Mage solves in blue-red tempo is it is an additional card that provides early pressure on the first turn of the game, because if we could play 8 Delvers, we'd probably play 8 Delvers, right? But we can't. They frown upon that. The other thing it does is it gives us a really clean way to interact with, it gives us a really clean way to interact with things that have more than 3 toughness. So it lets your lightning bolt stack up over a course of turns, or you can like attack into a 4/5 Tarmogoyf with it and then bolt and kill it. Sweet, Anna, did you message me the latest list on... I need it in a way I can import into Magic Online, Anna. You sent me like this picture, but that I can't turn that into Magic Online. Yeah, no worries. That's what I'm here for. Thanks for the support. Destroying 2 lands. Yeah, I think this is probably a keep. It's got footsteps in it. Like, obviously we need to find a thing, but like with footsteps. I actually didn't realize there was a Burning Inquiry in this deck. I think I'm gonna lead on that, right? I could mess their hand up. Hey, Tiger Splash, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Are they popping this right away? Tilt, I wanted those Lingering Souls. Give me a fatty, please. Alright, I think I'm holding for a hot second on this Collective Brutality because I really kind of need a discard outlet, right? I got to nap while my newborn watched. So it's really weird. Children really like me. And not that I'm a bad dude, but like whenever Christy's always like whenever like we meet someone's kid, they just stare at me. Maybe it's the lack of hair, maybe it's that I'm kind of funny looking, but kids really seem to like me for whatever reason. What's the wear tear for? The wear tear is because I didn't have other better cards to sideboard in. I can wiggle my ears, my nose, and cross my eyes, though. So I do have stupid human tricks to keep them entertained. Twitch chat is proof that children like you. God bless. Punished. Better just waited 1 turn, so we just need a discard outlet. Of course I can do them all at the same time, Serpy. I don't know if it'll come across on Twitch. That is not quite lethal yet. We're dead next turn, though. Alright, so Faithless Looting here is the nut. Cathartic Reunion into untapped land also works. Yep, we're dead. Full camera face. All right, I don't know if this is gonna come across. This will be a clip if it comes across. All right, where is it? Webcam large. That it? We good? All right. That's all I got. That's all I got. Here's some bits for black-white cards. Thank you, Cannon Gear. Thank you. Appreciate the support as always. And you said you weren't a cam girl. You look like a skinned Furby when you do that, and it's kind of unsettling. Oh, God bless. Full cam bits. Yeah, sounds sweet. It needs something to ditch in the bin, but if we find it, we're gonna be doing it. Obviously need a bread black source here. Ditch those. The whole time I thought Jeff was the size of a magic card. Guess I was wrong. Yeah, Elesh Norn basically lets you turn Footsteps into a sweeper effect for the turn, and it's also good with Unburial Rites, right? Like we have copies of Unburial Rites in our deck. We might just be dead before we get a turn 3 here. We might just like not be getting a turn 3. Yeah, it's looking like we're just not going to get a turn 3. That is incredibly unfortunate. I guess I have another looting here. Yeah, that's not going to be good enough. Needed Elesh Norn there. I got my 2 turns, and that's enough. You died on turn 5, Hogland. You wanted more turns than that? Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy, Hogland. Actually, you know what'll be interesting about this card more than anything? I wonder what the price of Tarmogoyf is gonna do. Because that could be a card that spikes back up, right? Grab a Blood Crypt here. This is Ponza, because Woodfall Primus destroys 2 lands on turn 3. I'm probably just stepping Elesh into Wrathboard here, right? Step it, see. Wreck it, see. Hopefully they just go super wide here. They do like what they did last game where they like have 2 drop into other things. Just like use this as Wrath of God. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this as Wrath of God. And this sacrifices it, so like it stays in my bid and I get to Unburial Rites it back next turn. Just like 3 mana sweep you. The black-red rock deck has been good for a while, chat. Can we trust me on this? The black-red. Black-green rock deck has been good for a while. Yeah, Assassin's Trophy is the hot topic from the new set. Alrighty. We've actually been playing a black-red mid-range deck on stream that's been sweet for a while. Added that one to my website recently too. I do love Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker is great. Why do you have to hate fun, opponent? Why? Why must you hate fun? We can just loot through our graveyard cards and then eventually just like cast our Elesh Norn. So like we're gonna anger the gods here, clean this mess up. They did board in Force of Will. Yeah, Assassin's Trophy is just 4 of. There's no reason not to play 4. It's quite literally never a dead card. Deal. All right, so they have actually stone nothing. So we're gonna anger the gods here, and then we'll get to Lingering Souls and just start slowly ticking them down. Backup anger, sweet. Just get my clock down. Probably ditch looting plus Woodfall to Cathartic Reunion next turn. So like try and work our way up to hard casting this Elesh Norn. They actually, outside of hard casting, Ashen Rider, I actually don't have a good way. I don't have a way to interact with this ley line at the moment in my deck. I did not bring in Wear Tears or Fragmentizes. I do not think Assassin's Trophy will be less than $25 a copy for the first month or two. Especially, it's almost certainly going to be playable in Standard, which will keep the price high. Long term, it might get down where like Abrupt Decay and like Maelstrom Pulse are now, but in the short term, it's definitely going to stay high. They have a 5th land tier. We're actually in a lot of trouble. They do not. God bless. So I get to Collective Brutality, kill this Azuri, which is nice. Maelstrom Pulse is 23. Yeah, honestly, I think Maelstrom Pulse is like a good indicator of like where a card like that's probably going to end up. And like part of the reason why Maelstrom Pulse is such a different price than Abrupt Decay is because Abrupt Decay was explicitly... Oh yeah, Abrupt Decay's had a reprinting too recently, right? So if they play a 3rd elf out next turn, I'm probably going to anger. If they don't, I'll probably hold on to it for a second. In either event, I'm not playing Lingering Souls out next turn. Yeah, so I'm just going to attack them for 2 and then clean this board again. Fatal Push is a good pickup because it means after I sweep here, I'm going to be able to have another removal spell for their next threat. The people talking about playing Leonin Arbiter to enable no searches don't realize how bad 3-color mana without fetch lands is. Leonin Arbiter is symmetrical. Stop trying to play Leonin Arbiter. The card is not modern playable. It's really, really bad. I'd really like to draw a Faithless Looting or a Cathartic Reunion to like churn through this footsteps and stuff. That's true. We are technically drawing cards that are okay. I'm just gonna kill all their elves. The question you have to ask yourself, is Leonin Arbiter playable in Modern? Is you just have to go, have I ever wanted to register the card Grizzly Bear in Modern? And if you're answering that question no, then you probably don't want Leonin Arbiter in your deck. If you've gotten to a point in your life where you're like, you know what's playable today? Grizzly Bears is playable today. Then Leonin Arbiter starts to be reasonable, because it's like Grizzly Bear with upside. This has been a weird game of Magic the Gathering. All right. Well, double anger too strong. You can beat turn 1 Blood Moon, Nivik. You just have to have a lot of Manamorphos. Manamorphos into Mana Dork can beat turn 1 Blood Moon. Alright, well, we're 3-1 with this deck. We've played iterations of this archetype before. Definitely a sweet one. This hand is great. We're 3-1, Yahenny. Yeah, I like the details on this build. The backup Unburial Rites plan is great. Some of the smaller things, like the lack of more Collective Brutalities, leave a bit to be desired, but the core of what's going on here is reasonable. I'm gonna add this to the list of decks to add to my website, I think. Played this one a couple of times in the past. Yeah, exactly, Enter. Alright, well, we needed exactly that. Strap in, Trotty boy! We're gonna take you to Land Destruction Town. Do 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 do. Bear 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 bear. Bear 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 bear. Bear 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 bear. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. This is like a chat wet dream, because I've met chat, and chat both loves blowing up lands and hates Tron. So you don't gotta lie to me, chat. You can let me know how much you love this right now. You can let me know that this is what you show up for. You show up for the land destruction and the Tron beatings. Only a surgical or two could make this better, right? Nice Tron deck, opponent. It'd be a shame if you were to get double Stone Rain to the left of 5/5 behind on turn 2. Just the gosh darn bratwurst for you. That one. Get it going. Ugh. How you doing? Oh, yeah, just the classic concession Woodfall Primus. A true modern staple among staples. The classic concession Woodfall Primus. Alright, so I guess Elesh is pretty bad. Do that. Trim the fatal pushes in these. Yep, let's do it. That's it, I'm buying into this deck right now. Tears were shred this day. How do I donate on mobile? This link right here lets you donate on mobile. No, if you Ghost Quarter someone with Leonin Arbiter out, you have a 2/2. We had a 5/5. We had a 5/5, okay, chat? I need you to just, like, not, like, crap on my 5/5s by comparing them to Leonin Arbiter. Alright, we got a couple of shots and a thing here. Is it possible this deck is better than Green-Red Ponza? Better than Green-Red Ponza is such a low bar that professional limboers can't get underneath it. You owe half the chat a new pair of pants. Listen, you can recycle the ones that you've got on now. Put them through the wash. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, I promise. All right, so I'm gonna start on looting here, I think. Man, where are my fat boys at? Where are all the fat bottom girls, chat? They make the rockin' world go round. That is an Emra Mama, okay? The lack of giant booties in the top quarter of our deck is sad. That is such a great joke, Stilphanex. That is like an A+ meme joke. Okay, unfortunately we're not beating double Worm Coil here, right? We're just gonna be too slow. That's an Ashen Rider. Okay, so we can maybe beat double Worm Coil. That is a great draw for us because it lets me take their Emrakul. Remember when I thought there was a chance we were going to lose this game? Garbage Farm remembers. Bye, friends. Oh, please blow up. Please blow up this Ashen Rider. Please blow up this Ashen Rider. Please blow up this Ashen Rider. Guessed wrong. Guessed wrong. All right, all right. All right, they're still spinning their wheels here. If they break off again. Yeah, Henny with the $5 donation. Currently without power, but I still get to watch my favorite streamer. Here's to watching you blow up lands with Vindapath. Thank you for the support. And Green Fadant. I like Green Fadant. It's a sweet name. Yeah, tire spinning engaged. And again, the best part about this is we are pressuring our... What is going on? We're killing the Ashen... Yes! Yes, you can never... Are we conceding it's a concession lockup? Yeah, it's a concession lockup! I could have spent this on Assassin's Trophy. Oh, well. Thank you, RS. Well, that was a... Oh, whew, whew, it almost feels wrong to play more Magic after that last match. It almost feels wrong to play more Magic after that last match. Green Fadant is Tireless Tracker. But we'll do it anyways, but it feels almost impure. I like this main deck a lot. I think this main deck is really sweet. I don't think I'd change any cards as far as the main deck in this deck is concerned. The sideboard leaves a little bit to be desired in a couple of spots. Primarily, I think these Guttural Responses are really narrow and pretty bad. And I think these Guttural Responses should just be copies of Collective Brutality 3 and 4. I think that would be my one change I would make to this offhand. This is what I'd probably do. My family had our first Portillo's experience. 10 out of 10 would go again. Thank you, Tex, for the 17 months. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Magic Applegate, re-upping for the 5th month in a row with that tier 2 level. I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff. Remember, tier 2 subs get to bump a deck in the queue every month, so be sure to drop me a message in private after looking that over. Do I think Path is better than Push? I actually don't think Path is better than Push in this deck. And the reason for that is this deck is a base red-black deck with a small white splash. If you notice, we've got a lot more black mana than white mana going on. And I think I would prefer the Fatal Pushes just for the consistency perspective. Would Through the Breach be unreasonable in the sideboard? Yeah, potentially Through the Breach could be okay. So the problem with Through the Breach, though, is that, like, the persist from the Woodfall Primus is, like, less good. Gamble for me. We got that. Open one of these. Love to open a chesty in your name. Thoughtseize! Is this card worth money online? I feel like it's got to be worth a couple of dollars, right? Look at that. 10 buckaroos. Shankyo. It's a pretty Thoughtseize, too. Ding, ding, ding. Yep. See. Do you feel like Assassin's Trophy? Zach Elsick was here earlier, and he said it's good in Lantern Control. So Zach's probably one of the authorities on that. Getting paid to make money, the Jeff Hoogland experience. It's funny because it's true. Yeah, so a Tiger Splash. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate that. As always, all unclaimed bits are going into the SCG fund. Let's get that in those last couple added. Thank you for the support, folks. We're over halfway there. So yeah, I think that would be my only cleanups here. Of course we have more memes.